Hey, Phil, I think it's time for a good old first sergeant safety brief.
Oh yeah, we got 4th of July coming up, and if there's one thing I only want to learn 10 times is how to keep all of these together. You know, fireworks obviously make sure that we all have a good time, and know your target and beyond. And a funny little story about a 4th of July. Let me rephrase all of that. It wasn't funny. Literally back from the war, newborn baby. I'm reaching in a car to pick the baby out of the car, the back seat. So I'm all hunched over. I'm highly compromised, like ribs exposed. Everything is bad, and no threat. Like I'm at my parents' house. I'm like no big deal, but I'm like squirreled in there to get this infant out of a car seat, and
your muscle memory.
All I hear is. At my feet, you know, so that RPG, you know, comes. I'm literally on leave from the war, you know, and this bottle rocket comes sailing at me and goes off literally at my feet as I'm coming out with a baby in my arms, and it was, you know, stars and consciousness coming and closing in. You know, I was about ready to go down. I started to levitate. I was like, ah! You know, I think the individual was off the ground as well, you know, not by his choosing, you know, and lost my mind on this individual. However, I knew it was 4th of July. I know what's going on, but I'm in a safe area, you know. It was a bad scenario, but I love fireworks. I love freedom. I love America. I love going to the range. I love shooting and all that stuff. With deer hunting and people shooting around, you know, I'm like, that's awesome. Somebody's putting meat in the freezer. The one lone gunshot at 2 a.m. out in my backyard. I'm like, what? Yeah, I get a little spicy on that one. But yeah, if it, you know, 4th of July, you know, some people don't enjoy the fireworks or whatnot. I treat it like PTSD of any sort. You know, I get those we were talking about, like, all of a sudden 2:30 in the morning, I get the call. It's like, hey, can you talk? And I'm not making fun of him because I've been there, you know. But I'm like, hey, can you talk? And I'm like, yeah, what's up? I can't hear you over the music from the bar. I'm like, I hate people, and I'm surrounded by people, and I've been drinking all night.
All night, that's number one.
I'm like, don't put yourself in that scenario. So if you don't like fireworks, maybe don't go to the local community park, you know, around the 3rd, 4th of July. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, I think if it's okay with you guys, let's make fun of these people a little bit. Because I know we've talked about this before, and I think Mick has a good he's got a good story about that.
I do. I also have a story. I want to bring it back real quick to one of the first times I got back from my second tour. And you remember Rhythm and Booms?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like a large firework. I think it was like the largest for a while in the Midwest here in Madison, Wisconsin. Okay. And it culminates with some F-16s. Flying over and everything. And they also have artillery that shoots the initial volley starts with that. Yeah. Just got back, and my future wife at the time, she's like, hey, we got to go down there. We'll set up a blanket and everything like that. We went down there, and we were partying beforehand, and all of a sudden it gets dark, and then we start off the fireworks. And I was just like, holy crap, it was awesome. I had just gotten back, and I'm like, this feels and reminds me of battle. Right. Like the lungs and everything. I was just like, yeah, I love that. But I was more powerful. Thankfully, I wasn't the other way where I was like, oh shit, I better seek cover kind of thing.
Yeah, right.
But it was so realistic in my opinion at that time, because there's like ashes coming down on you. There's these huge booms, the report of all those, like, it was awesome. So I loved it.
I love it.
Yeah. What were you talking about before?
All right, we've all seen this. It's a new veteran calling card. It's usually the out of shape dickhead that doesn't look the part any longer, and he doesn't tactically move the part any longer. So his way of reminding people that he was a significant part of the war effort is by saying, "Hey, do me a favor and don't shoot any fireworks off around me, because I'm such a hardened war vet that a firecracker makes me think I'm back in goddamn Fallujah, and I need to go dig a hole in my parents' basement and stay down there for 6 more weeks because of my massive amount of combat experience.
Right.
I can't take a fucking firecracker." Or, now obviously I'm making fun of these people. I'm turning that into a caricature of them.
Right.
We've all had that puckering moment when you hear, "Oh shit, what was that?" So I don't like when people use PTSD as a representative of the Marine Corps.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I have it.
Right.
I'm not embarrassed of it. I'm not proud of it.
Right.
But I've been in enough combat to know that although a cherry bomb sounds like something maybe someone would think a bomb sounds like, it doesn't. And a firecracker sounds like something, if you're not really paying attention, what a AR or an AK or an AR round, 5.56 round sounds like. It doesn't.
Snap or pop kind of thing. Yeah.
So, in my experience, the people who represent PTSD with "don't shoot fireworks" are they're faking the funk. They're faking the funk.
We all have ailments and things. This old trick knee of mine. It's like,
right.
But it's not your fault. And if, like I said, if it's the 2 a.m. on a Thursday, in whatever, it's random. Yeah, I'm going to have like a little skip. And I can feel that little hot flash, and I can feel that little adrenaline dump or whatever, and however, I don't start knocking on all my neighbors' doors to see. I'm like, no, this is my position. This is where I need to survive at and live in harmony at. So I start flipping people's stuff over in their yard and kicking their
calling out an
coolers.
address.
Right.
200 yards. There's a bottle rocket. It's like enemy in the open. But it's like, for me, there's been times where, I don't know, like if I don't like something, it's like, awesome, time to go camping somewhere totally different, remote, somewhere.
Right.
Like time to take a trip, time to, whatever, go somewhere else. Great time to put these on and edit and watch a movie, whatever. It's like, but don't go to the city park and then start telling people, hey, don't do that by me. Don't do that by me. Go to the beach
because of my elite.
Yeah.
I
don't know if you saw my shirt. Stay 50 yards back.
These hands are registered with the FBI.
Yeah, I've heard that before. We can't fight you right now.
Yeah. So. Anyways, but we want everybody to have a great 4th of July and the whole purpose of it, and
safe 4th of July.
A safe,
number one.
Mick, when you hear 4th of July, boom, first thing you think of?
Freedom.
Oof.
That's
like
cool,
right off the bat. I mean, you got to go back into like why we're even having this conversation on an open forum.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You go to other countries that we deployed to, they don't have that option.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that in context. Like we can really talk about anything we want to right now.
Mm-hmm.
We can give that to a worldwide crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, we can make fun of soldiers right now.
Yeah.
We've been doing it for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry.
How'd he go?
Adam.
Freedom.
Yeah,
that's a wonderful thought.
Yeah. Okay. Think about this. How many times have you been? And it goes back to the curse of perception. One of your shows that's coming up. How many times have you been, like in an everyday scenario, and someone's like, "God, I can't believe that the AC is not on,"
right?
Or I don't have cold water,
right?
And I think to myself, "Oh my God, all these first world problems."
Oh yeah.
Like imagine some places that we've been and lived and flourished. And then curse of perception jumps in there. Back out, and here we are, first world problems. I don't have internet. Oh my God.
But also,
go ahead.
You're welcome.
Yeah, right.
You're welcome.
Right.
You're welcome for living under first world problems, because our forefathers, our fathers, us, we worked hard to make sure that your biggest problem is you're lacking AC. So you're welcome.
Yeah, I think
Not just us. I'm sorry, Tim. Not just us. People who built our economy, people who built our roads, people who built
infrastructure
our
trade,
policing and fire
railroads
systems,
all the way
our
back.
railroad, right? We worked real hard
As Americans.
to earn first world problems.
Yeah.
I will never
Amen.
once feel bad for being angry at something I don't have. I will never once feel bad for expecting my government to give me exactly what I want, even though I know that they give me more than other governments already, because we earned it.
Yeah.
And when we stop expecting better, we're gonna fucking stop getting better.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and I think of the flag, and I think of the confusion that's out there. You know, people not liking one entity, whether it's law enforcement or whatever. So then they stomp on the flag, burn the flag.
Right.
They you know, put a different flag above the American flag in our country, and everybody's so tolerant of everything right now. And there's just some things that is an absolute deal breaker.
Yep.
It's like, you're in this country, that flag was fought for so that we could have the freedoms that we have, so that you could have your own agendas and different things. However, the whole, you know, biting the hand that feeds them type of thing. This is our country. It's the whole concept. It's almost like you're hating yourself at this point.
Yes.
You're an American
Unfortunately,
hating the flag, and all you're doing is saying you hate yourself, you know, and your neighbors and everything. So for me, it's definitely a passionate topic in regards to the flag and the bodies that were stacked at the bottom of it, you know, holding it up, and the battles that took place in order to ensure it was there. And I know we focus a lot in this nation on the negativity, especially in the last many years, trying to right the ship, if you will. However, the humans that make things wrong continue to be sinful, bad people, whatever. I mean, we're all jack-ups, you know, whatever, with good intent or bad intent, regardless. The flag, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. I mean, that is our country. It's the concept of what we were built and found on, and we take pride in that flag and this country, and we celebrate it on the 4th of July for not, you know, being some of the Queen's people and whatnot. So,
Right. I'm glad you said that. When I think of 4th of July, I think of how proud I am to be an American, and it sounds tacky, even to me. I'm a unapologetic, proud American. For some reason nowadays, it's not cool to be proud of anything anymore, and that's ridiculous.
right.
Right? I can remember I was in the Marine Corps for years, a good amount of time when this happened, and I walked by a car with dark windows, and I seen myself in camis, and I seen U.S. Marines on my chest, and I got like a proud wave of
Down, boy.
right,
Down.
right. How, you know, and I remember thinking, holy shit, I've been a Marine for 6-7 years. It's not, you know, I should. It's not cool to say I like being a Marine, but I was so proud,
Yeah.
and I still get that feeling when I see a flag.
Oh, yeah.
And I still get that feeling on 4th of July saying, ah, damn, I'm so lucky to be an American. I'm so proud. Even, you know, media and whoever wants us, you know, to think that we all hate each other. Bullshit.
Yeah,
We
right.
walk around here. We're in the most liberal place on earth right now in Madison.
Madison, Wisconsin.
And I get along with every single person I meet out here. And I know most of the people that when we're done with this show, we go downstairs, have a burger, right? And those people don't think like us.
No.
And we have pleasant conversations.
It's always a great time.
We're
Yeah.
nice to them. They're nice to us because we're all Americans, and we all have that in common at least. And I'm waiting for the next wave of pride to come. Right, and I think it's swung one way so far. It's going to swing
to the danger zone.
And I think right. I think.
I think the bell in the background would be more appropriate.
I think Top Gun is a proof to that. People want to be proud of
It
America.
sparked
'Cause it's
pride
cool.
in the
Yeah.
country.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's
and that
cool.
Americana spirit, you know, of
Yes.
like, and there's people that complain like, who are they fighting in all war and so, and it's like, no, you're missing the concept here, missing that Rocky Balboa spirit, that Top Gun spirit, that, you know, Rambo, whatever, just that Americanism that you as internal to the country, because you haven't been out and literally lived, not a cruise, but lived somewhere else.
Right.
You don't understand it. Other people in other third world countries that battle us and want a war and lop off our heads and do whatever else, that American spirit, that is, definitely a thing. That is definitely a tangible physical item of like, those are Americans and they have some weird DNA, and yes, we come from all over the world to make Americans, but that spirit of freedom is the Voltron of power,
I like that.
Yeah.
It is. I always think back, I think I've almost been conditioned, and I know it's a taboo subject, but talking about the national anthem. At the end of that national anthem, I always remember being on the end zone for football, looking like, hey, I need to be almost Cooper color code red going into this. Okay, I'm going to hit as hard as I possibly can, run as, I need to be the apex predator at this point in time. And I've been conditioned, after that national anthem gets over, then I'm going at it. Bring it up to the Marine Corps. Every time I hear that at a sporting event or anything like that, I definitely go at the position of attention to represent the Marine Corps.
Mm-hmm. Now, as proud as I am as being a Marine, an American in general, I bet Mick's the kind of guy that listens to the national anthem at the gym and shit. I bet, or just in his car by himself like a weirdo.
I do listen to the Marine Corps hymn with bagpipes.
Ooh, I like that.
I would jam.
All
right. Dave Bray's.
It is what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
When you guys graduated Marine Corps, I graduated in West Coast.
Yep.
Did you have Wee Greenwood?
It already puts us up. Jeez.
Did Wee Greenwood's proud to be an American playing as you came up on top of that mountain?
No.
We didn't do the Crucible.
See, I was one of the first Crucible Marines.
I was going to say, I didn't do the...
Well,
we did it. It just wasn't called that,
Was it
right,
98 or 99?
Yeah.
I was one of the first groups. I don't think I was the first, but I was in their first group.
Boot.
Yeah, right.
I think I went through when they're like, hey, this is too stressful for the Marines. We can't call that the Crucible.
Oh, really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Everyone, you just showed that.
It was the spectrum.
Fictional.
Oh, we can't do that anymore.
That fictional stress card right away.
As a gunnery sergeant, I had this motivator, Gunny Ornelas, Oscar, both gunnies together, and we'd wake up and PT, always outdoing each other, and he's like, What are you doing for PT this morning? Marines are still eating shower. Let's go for a run. We're at the Mount facility area or whatever. And anyways, we run up the Crucible Mountain, and he's like, I'm going to take a saw. And I'm like, I'm going to take a 240. And I remember we're running up this hill at Boots and Utes, running up the ridge line. And a boot camp class was coming up, and they're weeping.
It's called the Reaper.
Yeah,
You're welcome, young Marines.
Yeah, it's called the Reaper.
Forward to.
It was just like being, like I was saying earlier, in Coronado in a boat company as Marines. We're it's a Tuesday and we're running a high boat carry, and Bud's class is over. They're like, oh my god, and I'm like.
It's called Tuesday, bitch.
Yeah.
It's called Tuesday.
But, we're going up the Reaper.
I'm half drunk right now.
I got a 240, and I'm like, there's odor, yellow fumes, and the Marines were like, oh my god. They look and they're like, oh, and I'm like, it just dawned on them. I was like, oh, it's just a Tuesday, man. It's going to be a long 4 years.
Are we allowed to give homework in this? In this podcast?
Yes, please.
4th of July, be safe. Yep.
All right. Here's some homework. I want people to tell us what they're proud of, and if it's not the flag, if it's not the national anthem, if it's not graduating boot camp, if it's not something generically patriotic, it doesn't have to be. Is it a women's right march they've gone to recently? That's as American as anything we've talked about.
Oh God, yeah.
Right to protest.
Yeah.
Is it the first gun you bought?
Yeah.
Right. Is it speaking out publicly about getting rid of guns? Because I don't agree with it, but that's as American as buying a gun.
Yep.
Right.
The Roe versus Wade just got overturned. I think yesterday or something. And the misinformation of we can and can't do something. It's like, no, it's literally in a direction we need to go to stop having government make decisions.
Right.
Stop it.
Right.
Do your thing, whatever you live with over there in your state or whatever. It's not a government decision.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things. What are you proud of? That's great.
What makes you an American?
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be in our mindset. Because how boring would America be if everyone thought just like us?
Right.
Right. I mean,
100%.
that's why we're such a beautiful country, because we have so many different people with so many different perspectives and so many different backgrounds, and it's called. I don't think we can call it a melting pot anymore, which is bullshit. It should be a melting pot.
Yeah.
You know, like when people say, what's American food? We don't have whatever good ass food you brought over. We made cooler, and now it's American food. You know, so we need to start being proud again, and we have so much to be proud about, and it doesn't have to be broken and unreadable, broken and what the hell are we called? Broken and unreadable.
Raven, this is Cubby Leader. Come in.
It doesn't have to be our cookie cutter version of American Pride. I want to hear what people think, and I want to hear some off the wall things, and I want to hear some things that I wouldn't think a listener.
You didn't say to complain, right? You didn't say to bitch at another poster or anything like that.
Absolutely not.
You said, "Hey, what are you proud of?" Like, we spend so much time bitching about shit. What are you proud of?
Right.
What makes you happy? What's a positive influence that you see going on? So,
yes, sir.
Amen.
I'd like to see it.
Before we quit, go ahead and tell me about the top when you got there. They were playing Lee Greenwood, and what happened?
Oh, all right.
Sorry, we went down a way rabbit hole.
So you end the Crucible on this pretty long hike. Boot camps was probably like fucking 98 yards or so. I can't remember. It was up a hill. I don't remember what hill it was. You know, but because I immediately went to the East Coast and never seen another hill again for the rest of my military career. But I remember we made up to the top and they were blaring Lee Greenwood, proud to be an American, and they had a parade deck. Yeah. And we got in formation, and that was the first time our drill instructors called us Marine. They gave us an EGA. It was the coolest moment of my life. Yeah. And I remember thinking, man, it's over. and my drill instructor, without me saying it out loud, said, "It's not over, dummy. It just started."
He probably just looked at you.
It just started.
Yeah.
You know,
and smiled.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that concept of welcome to day one, sucker. You know, you graduated whatever X school. You know, I'm the baddest SEAL or Ranger, whatever. Day one. You're at day one, man.
Think about it organizationally though, because at that point in time, you knew, wow, I can be pushed farther than I've been pushed.
Yep.
And I'm still ready to fight.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So you're already at a baseline that's higher than you were before as a civilian. So you're ready for that adversity, but I mean, like you're talking about Rifleman Dodd, you're at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But that guy or gal, is everybody's support goes that route.
Mm-hmm. And
I remember seeing Jade's picture, Paris Island. You know, when she got handed her Eagle Globe and Anchor, they took pictures or whatever, and that's pretty amazing moment. You know, so yeah.
And I couldn't tell you 3 people I went to boot camp with. I couldn't tell you any of my drill instructors' names. I want to say 1037, class 1037, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
And that memory of getting that EGA is burnt in. It might have well as happened yesterday. So it was. That's how important that was, because I got most of those memories shot out of my head in 2004, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, and then the drink in between.
Fireworks and freedom.
Yeah, fireworks and freedom.
Baby.
If you're a veteran out there, enjoy your 4th of July. If you don't like fireworks, enjoy your 4th of July. Make sure everybody else does too. And can't wait. Some of the podcasts that we just completed, they'll be popping in. Make sure you subscribe and whatnot, because we just knocked out some amazing podcasts. Can't wait to launch those. And anything else?
Yeah. Where's the corpsman located for, Sergeant?
Real quick. If you got time, go
here.
check out Sierra Delta out of Madison, Wisconsin. We've been talking a lot about it internally, just shooting the shit.
Mm-hmm.
It is, in our opinion, one of the best vet advocacy groups. They do wonderful things. I wouldn't say the most, because I don't know every one of them. They do wonderful things for veterans. They've created a wonderful community, and they give you what you need to be successful. And without me going too far into it, check them out and find out for yourself.
Download the app, Sierra Delta. Get on the website and click join. You're a veteran. Doesn't matter what type of veteran, what type of military service, what you did, deployed, didn't deploy, whatever. Right. Jump onto the Sierra Delta website and become part of the team. The old Life Buddy program, and just having a network of people. Pretty amazing. So awesome.
Camaraderie and esprit de corps.
Hubba, hubba.
Hey, fellas, guess what?
All right. What's up?
Be hard.
Be hard.
Be hard.
That's right.
Dominate.